This video is for Chapter 10, Section 10.4 for the math activity Symmetries of Pattern Block Figures. We'll explore line and rotational symmetries using pattern blocks. You'll find a mirror and tracing paper helpful here as well. In question 1, in the first figure, this pattern block figure has 3 lines of symmetry marked with these dotted lines. If I fold the figure across each of these lines, it will coincide with itself. The second figure, if I cut it out and fold it, no matter where I fold it, it won't exactly match up with the other half. It has no lines of symmetry. You'll find a mirror handy for seeing and observing lines of symmetry in pattern block figures. You can also call these reflection symmetries. In question 1, we'd like you to construct pattern block figures. One with exactly 1, another with exactly 2, then 3, and then 4 lines of symmetry. Draw a sketch and mark the lines of symmetry on your images. A figure means you need more than one pattern block, and try to create figures that aren't just a regular polygon, something a little more interesting. In question 2, we move to the idea of rotation. In this square, the dead center is marked with a dot. This is the center of rotation. If I hold a pencil here and turn the square to the right clockwise 90 degrees or 180 degrees or 270 degrees or 360 degrees, it will always come back into the square position marked by this frame around it. Therefore, the square has 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and 360 degree rotational symmetries. In question 2, we ask you to look at 4 figures and tell us the rotational symmetries up to 360 degrees for each figure. You'll find tracing paper useful here. If you trace your shape, mark the center of rotation, hold it down with a pencil and turn it. It will help you see how the rotational symmetries work. In question 3, we combine these ideas and ask you to build figures with 2 lines of symmetry and 2 rotational symmetries, 3 rotational symmetries and no lines of symmetry, 6 lines of symmetry, and 6 rotational symmetries. Notice here in question 2, when you have this pinwheel orientation here, that this really helps you create figures without lines of symmetry. In question 4, we have a hexagon with a single trapezoid. And we ask you, in how many different ways can you add another trapezoid to form a figure that has a line of symmetry? You can see, as is, this figure doesn't have a line of symmetry. But if I add another trapezoid, I can get a line of symmetry. Not necessarily exactly one, but at least one. So show sketches and draw your lines of symmetry. See how many ways you can do this. Then we ask you, how many ways can you attach one or more trapezoids to this figure so that it has more than one rotation symmetry? And again, you can see, as is, this doesn't have any rotational symmetries. But if I add another red trapezoid and mark a center, can I make figures with rotational symmetries? That's it for Math Activity 10.4. It's really interesting to think about lines of symmetries and rotations and then observe them in the world around us. I hope you have fun with pattern blocks and pattern block symmetries.